Hello everyone, welcome to my channel GC Tech Hub CS Tutorials. So today I am going to introduce the subject information technology to you all. As you all are ninth standard students, basically this video today is for ninth standard students who have just uh, come to class ninth after passing their class 8th exam. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you all that you have passed your 8th class very well and you have come to class 9. So as you have stepped into class 9, obviously that there would be a lot of changes, and the changes are there in the pattern of assessment in your subjects which you are going to study in class 9, and a lot many things are there because this is a transitioning phase from class 8 to class 9. Whatever you used to face or you used to do in class 8, now the scenario is changing. Now you are shifting from middle school to high school. So obviously there is a big transition that is going to happen, and it is always a good idea to be informed beforehand, uh, before you make that shift. So let us get acquainted with the subject information technology, which will be introduced as a sixth additional subject to you all. So as you can see here, the name of your subject is information technology and the subject code is 402. As you can see, so just a second. So this subject has been provided to you as a skill subject. It is a skill based subject, and hence it is a bit different from all other five subjects which you are going to study, that is English, Hindi, math, science and social science. So those are your five main subjects. They come under major subjects, and this is also one of the major subjects, but it is a skill subject. It's a bit different from your other subjects because it's a skill subjects. So just to make you acquainted with all the differences between IT and your other subjects, I have made this presentation for you. So please stay with me till the end so that you are able to benefit from the information which you are going to get from this video. So the subject code is 402 and it comes under NSQF scheme, that is National Skill Quality Framework. That is this particular subject, it comes under skill subjects. So the scheme which is provided by CBSE, it is a bit different. So let's see. So as you can see here, these are the compulsory subjects, five compulsory subjects which you are going to study, where you have one language, and of course in our school we have the communicative English language and literature. You have four options over here, and this comes under group L, that is languages group. Subject 2 is also a language, and it is any other language apart from language 1. And so in our school we have Hindi course A. Let me tell you about that. And it also comes under group L. So it is, we normally have Hindi course A and B. So in our school we have opted for course A. So these first two subjects are your languages. Then your third subject is mathematics or basic or math standard. Now basically basic or standard maths is something which will be followed in class 10th. You'll come to understand that in class 10th. But right now in class 9th, it is just plain standard mathematics for you all. Then subject 4 and 5 are science and social science, and you can see here that the subject 3, 4, 5, that is math, science and social, they come under group A1. Now you have a sixth subject here which comes under optional subject. Why is it named as optional is, please understand the meaning. No, it is said optional not because you have a choice to uh, pass in it or not, but because the school has an option to opt for this subject or not. See, every school has to study these five subjects, the compulsory subjects. A student in class ninth and 10th has to study the five compulsory subjects, but they can opt for a sixth subject, which is a skill based subject, and it comes under group S because there are a whole list of 22 skill subjects, out of which a school can opt for any one skill subject. So, as part of the NSQF scheme, our school has opted for information technology. So, and you have another subject, subject 7, but in our school, you don't have to worry about this. It's actually language 3, but we have not opted for this language 3. Now, you never know, there might be some changes which are going to be made this year, as part of which you might have a subject 7, but so far as of now there is no such information, so kindly don't get yourself worked up or worried just because of this reason. So right now, as of now, we don't have any subject 7 in our school, but the subject 7 will be a language subject other than your English and Hindi which you have chosen. Basically, in other states, like some regional areas, for example, like Gujarat, they may opt for Gujarati. In Bengal, they may opt for Bengali. In Maharashtra, they may opt for Marathi. Like this, various places they can opt for a third language, and basically, it is the language which is local to that particular region, and that is chosen as a mother tongue or native language. So in our school, we don't have that yet. Then you have subjects of internal assessment, that is subject 8 and 9, and basically it consists of health and physical education, art education, and work experience. So here, work experience is amalgamated with art education only. It is combined with art education, and hence that particular it makes subject 8 and subject 9, and the assessment of these two subjects is made at the school level only, so we don't have to worry about that. Because basically health and physical education and art education, work experience are certain areas where normally you get the marks, and these are basically they you basically get grades for these subjects. So your main subject where you have to study right now is subject 1 to subject 6. So in our school, as you can see, we have not opted for subject 7. Next, you can see over here is how IT is a benefit. So let me tell you that why IT has been opted in our school. That is why we have opted for a skill subject, is because it gives you one very important benefit, and that benefit is, if out of the three subjects which you are seeing above, that is subject 3, subject 4, and subject 5, okay, that is out of math, science, and social. If you fail in any one subject, then IT marks, and you are passing in IT, then IT marks will replace that failed subject. So for calculation of percentage, IT marks will be considered. Okay. In this particular scenario, your languages are not included. That is, English and Hindi are not included. That would have been done in case we had opted for a subject 7, which is a third language. In that case, that third language, if you are passing in the third language, you're passing in Hindi and you're failing in English, then that third language would have replaced English marks. But we have not opted for that, so there is no option in that domain. But in case you are failing in any one of these three subjects, IT replaces that one. Isn't it great? Isn't it like beneficial for you all? Because many a times it happens that we give you appear for the exams, and no doubt you have done your hard work, and you have worked hard, you give your exam, but there are certain unforeseen circumstances which are always there in store for you. So you it quite possible that one of the exams you were not able to fare well in science. Maybe the science paper was too tough, difficulty level was very high, or you were not able to, you didn't foresee such an certain things, like you didn't anticipate that the questions would be that tricky, or paper was lengthy, or you blacked out and you were not well, you fell sick, and because of which you were not able to perform better. And if a student fails because of any of these reasons, then IT saves them from that scenario. So IT helps you, it rescues you from that. And secondly, if you are, there's a concept of best five which we will see later, where if you are passing in all the six subjects, then the best five subject marks will be considered for calculation of percentage, which we will see in the later slides. So if you are failing, in that case, if you are failing in science, so IT marks replace the science marks and your result is passed. Now let's see now what CBSE says is, if any student fails in any one of the three elective subjects, that is science, mathematics and social science, and passes in the skill subject offered as a sixth additional subject, then that subject will be replaced by the skill subject and the result of class 10 board examination will be computed accordingly. These are the exact words taken from the CBSE's portal, which I will show you later. Now let us see the so this was uh, the uh, all about the scenario where a student fails in one of the subjects out of math, science and social. Now let's talk about those students who pass in all the subjects. How is IT beneficial in that case? So this is a concept which has been introduced as of late, last year itself. So CBSE has made one change, because earlier what used to happen was only the skill subject benefit was only limited to uh, changing the status of a student's result from fail to pass. That is, if a student fails in any one of those three subjects, then only IT would save them. IT would have been of any use to them. But if a student used to pass in all the subjects, then only the five main subjects were considered for calculation of percentage. But last year, CBSE announced something, that is uh, the concept of best five subjects. That is, if a student passes in all the six subjects, then best five subjects will be considered for calculation of percentage. So let's see. So this is the scenario of, say, one student who gets these marks in the various subjects. In English, he is getting 80, Hindi 70, Math 54, Science 75, and Social Science 85. And you can see that in Maths, he is getting very less. That out of all the five subjects, Math marks are less. No doubt he is passed in the subject, but the marks are very less. And in IT, the student is getting 90. He has done exceptionally well in IT. So now what is going to happen is IT is going to replace the maths marks. So you can see that this is quite beneficial for the student, because he will get a certain boost in his percentage because of IT marks. Now let's see how marks are calculated. So this is the scenario without skill subject. That is, in case of an absence of a skill subject, this would have been the percentage. That is, if I add all the subject marks, the grand total comes to 364. Calculation of percentage, it gives 72.8%. But what changes when you get a skill subject? So you can see that math marks are replaced by IT marks, and the student is getting a benefit of plus 7.2 percentage, which is a lot. You can see here, from 364 to 400 marks the student is getting, which is a considerable thing, right? So, and this gives a boost of 7.2% marks to the student. So isn't it great? Isn't it wonderful? You have to study one additional subject, which is not as difficult as the other subject. It's, let me tell you students, it is very easy to score marks in IT. It's very easy. Half of your paper is only MCQ and rest are only either 2 marks or 4 marks question. The short answer questions are of 2 marks and the long answer questions are of 4 marks. So not much of cramming you have to do. There is no concept of rote learning. Only thing is you have to study the chapters well, and most of the topics are so easy that if you just give it a read once, you can write the answers on your own. Then, so this is the rule, and this rule has been explained over here. It's all, this particular rule I have already converted that into the previous animations which you just saw. It is now here I have just specified the rule as per the CBSE's website. Now let's see which all are the other skill subjects which are offered. So you can see information technology is one of them, and you have retail, security, automotive, introduction to financial market, introduction to tourism, and many more subjects. Okay, so these are the subjects. You can just take a look over here and you can see how the subjects are divided, and here you can see that the mark distribution of the subject is 50 plus 50. That is 50 marks of theory and 50 marks of practical are there. So the subject code of information technology is 402. Like this, we have other subjects like tourism, beauty and wellness, and you have the corresponding job roles. That is, if you complete these courses, you are eligible, you are entitled for these job roles. Like information technology, for information technology, the job role is domestic IT executive or operator. For security, it is unarmed security guard. For tourism, it is assistant tour guide. Beauty and wellness, it is assistant beauty therapist. Then there are others like agriculture, food production, front office, banking, insurance, artificial intelligence. This particular subject is being opted by many schools these days. So very soon, maybe next year or after that, we might also shift to artificial intelligence because that is the need of the hour. So we have a total of 22 skill subjects offered by CBSE. And how to check out, if you want some information about this, if you want to browse for more information about the skill subjects, you are feel free to visit the website. So this is the official website, cbsc.nic.in. All you have to do is just type this URL on the address bar of your browser and you'll be taken to the website. So this will be the first page which you get, in which you have to go to the academic website. Then after that, you have to go for skill education. So this is the academic website, and in this you have to go to skill education. Then here, this is the page of skill education, and you can see all the different things here: scheme of studies, list of subjects, qualifications of teachers. So various things are already specified here. If you want to gain more information, you can click on these links one by one and you can check out the information. And at the top also you can see the menu about the curriculum, books, sample papers, old papers, and various other things. So for checking out the curriculum and syllabus, you have to click on curriculum. Then you'll be taken to the curriculum page, and where session wise you'll see the curriculum of the current session as well as all the previous sessions. As of now, CBSE has not yet released the 2024-25 curriculum. So you'll be able to see. Now see what happens is, in the skill education, it always has the second priority. First priority is all the main subjects. So right now CBSE has released the latest curriculum for all the main subjects. Those you will get, but the skill subject curriculum is released a bit later, around June or July. So let's see whenever it comes. So as of now, we are going to follow this year's curriculum only. So you can just click on this and you'll be taken to another page from where you have to select class 9th and 10th, that is secondary level. because there are curriculums for middle level and senior secondary level also. So once you do this, you'll be able to see all the list of subjects. And in this, let me tell you that employability skills is common to all the subjects. I'll be making a separate video on employability skills and other aspects of IT later on. So that I will let you know later. So in this, you can see over here, information technology is there. So by clicking on 9th or 10, you can download the syllabus for ninth and 10th separately. And you can see here, clicking on those links, see here, this is class 9 syllabus, this is class 10 syllabus. And that PDF document is quite lengthy, where they have in detail expressed or specified or mentioned all the necessary things about the course overview, the job role, and the pattern of question paper and practical exam paper pattern, and various things are there in that subject, topic wise, um, chapter wise, session wise syllabus has been uh, explained in detail. So with this, we come to the end of our today's session. I will be making a second part of this session where I will explain employability skills, and then the subsequent sessions will be on the paper pattern and the type of exam which will be conducted, the 50 plus 50 uh, criteria, where 50 marks theory exam you'll be writing and 50 marks of practical exam will be there. What files to make, what assignments you'll be making, all these things, all that information you'll get in my video in the next session. So with this, I conclude today's session. If you have really benefited from it, please do like it, uh, share your queries in the comment section below, and also make sure that you subscribe to my channel. So that will be all, and I'll be signing off today. Thank you.